Hey Virgo, Lulu here, jumping in to do your reading. This is for singles and just looking at possible love opportunities that are coming in. And this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and also North Node. Oh, I need to... You want to spark something up, is what I'm getting, Virgo. But it keeps going out. Okay, so you need to get some new energy, is what I'm getting with that. Either that or I just need to change my lighter. One or the other, or maybe both. But let's just see. We're going to see what theme is coming in for Virgo in the collective, single Virgo in the collective, and love opportunities, possible love opportunities that are coming in. Thank you. We ask as always that the messages that come through be from the highest light and for the highest good of everyone involved and connected. Oh, that's hilarious. I thought it said spark of joy, but it said peaks of joy in reverse there, and also golden palace in reverse. So it does feel like, and I'm just basing this off my lighter to start off with, but then also these cards. It feels like I don't know, it's a little bit pessimistic or something in relation to relationships. It's like part of you is closed down to that right now, it feels like, Virgo. You're not seeing the opportunity there, or not feeling like that. Oh, there's something out of balance here between the divine feminine and the masculine. Is that within you, or is it just based on relationships that you've come out of or experienced in the past? What's the story here for Virgos around new love? Let's see what the tarot story is going to be. Oh, okay. Well, that answers that question. Yeah, you experienced something that was just so shocking to you. On whatever level we'll see, but you can't see a way forward with relationships based on this tower moment that you experienced. What else for the story of Virgo singles in the collective, please, around this? What do they need to know? Yeah, temperance. Yeah, with that in reverse there, it just feels like you've lost a certain amount of faith in relationships. Whatever happened with this tower moment and a past connection has impacted your faith in relationships. And it's also clouded how you can see a Two of Cups moment for yourself, is what I'm getting with that, Virgo. Well, that explains this energy here. Just these three cards alone explain this energy here. Why they're in reverse. It's pretty full on. Like if you stop, like, you know, if I tune into that, it feels very heavy. There's still a lot of grief underneath here. There's a lot that's come to the surface, but there's still more there around this tower moment. And that's why you have nothing, you don't feel like you have anything to give towards that relationship. This may not be connecting with all Virgos that are connecting with this, obviously, because it's a general reading, but feel free to check other placements as well. Let's see. A lot of cards on the side here. You've got the ten of swords on the side. You know, so this is just, again, affirming how much anguish you've been through around this tower moment. The Knight of Swords here on the side as well. The Queen of Swords. And then the Page of Cups in reverse. Again, it's the same message that you haven't felt in a space where you feel like you've got anything to offer, or that someone could bring a cup into you, you know. It's like you've had too much to deal with. Let me grab another deck. Wow, the Lovers was on the bottom of that. That's interesting. Yeah, so, okay, that's just... You've been trying your hardest to get your thoughts straight, but it's taking a lot of your time and energy with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords there on the side. Virgo, what else for you around this story that's going to be of benefit for you to know? King of Pentacles. What's this Lovers card over here? Tell me more about that. Because we can see and feel there's a lot of pain there. Is it just from this past connection, or what's this Lovers card here? The High Priestess. Five of Wands. Temperance. Okay, so I feel like this Lovers card was the past relationship. Sorry, we've gone into past relationships, but it has been happening. We just go with the story of what's coming through. If it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. The Lovers here, whatever this connection was that caused you so much mental anguish and distress and grief, it took you out of your own intuition. It affected your self-esteem because there were so many moves made on this. It was like a lot of game playing going on, which made it impossible to balance anything out. It made it impossible to have a divine, beautiful feeling connection. Yeah, I mean, with the Lovers there, it could have been, but it wasn't because of all this stuff, like game playing and... Yeah, anyway, we'll go over to, flip over here, King of Pentacles. It's like you just can't, you don't feel strong enough to move, you don't feel strong enough right now to move forward with another relationship and another connection. And look, to be honest, that's okay, because sometimes it's the right time, and then other times it's not the right time for a relationship and a new connection to start up. And for whoever this reading is for, Virgos, it's, you know, this could be cross watchers as well. I didn't say that at the start, but it could be they're connecting to this on some level as well. How can you move forward and build anything, you know, a firm foundation of anything when your heart is so shattered still? And you're processing so much stuff, like you're in process of processing so much stuff. You know, there's a lot going on there. Any advice for Virgos around this story, please? What else do Virgo need to know? Okay, you need to know that at some point you are going to establish a firm foundation of what you are going to move into, that space where the King of Pentacles is going to turn around, okay? And you are going to be able to move forward. You are going to feel like you've got the strength to be on top of the world again and to create this beautiful ultimate life that you do want and deserve, okay? So that's what you need to know, and remember that. Even though you're feeling other stuff right now, or you might be, yeah, whatever, wherever you are on that, just hold in your mind somewhere the vision of things are getting better, and that's in process. Okay, so what else for Virgo? What other advice for Virgo around this? Five of Cups. Yeah, so sometimes it is just about feeling the loss of something. It's part of the human experience. It's painful, very painful. But it's a process that we go through here. So, but just remember here, you're being reminded, because on the other side of grief is joy, would you believe? But that's the world we live in. It's like the, you know, the duality, the dualistic aspects of life. So here next to her, right next to her, is this cup full of color and joy and light. But at this point, she's taking the time to process, he or she, to process the reality of the loss that they've been through, or the shock, or the trauma, or whatever it was. So it's kind of like acknowledging and honoring that process as well, rather than being dismissive of it. But holding the hope at the same time, Virgo. I feel like within you, like Virgo, you know, the Hermit holding the light, the star, you know that, like you are, your house is about healing. And here you've got the Two of Swords in reverse. So you are going to be able to see your way through this. Even though you can't right now. The Lovers is in reverse there on the bottom. So I know that's painful to hear sometimes, but maybe it's not so. Maybe it's the past that's more painful for you, rather than seeing that you're not at the right place for a new connection right now. I feel like this reading might be really disappointing for some people, but at the same time, if you were actually in this space, it will be validating, which is important. Anything else for Virgo around this? Page of Swords. So, you are going to move on. You are going to be able to see your way through and move forward with inspiration. You're going to get from one side to the next. Because like I was saying about the Hermit card, you know, holding the light, this is lots of inspiration. This is, you know, new pages, a new story for you that's going to come through when you cross one side to the other. And that crossing one side to the other is basically moving through the grief and the healing that you're moving through right now, so that you can get to that new place of inspiration. Okay, so let's get 3 numbers for Virgo that's going to be supportive. What message? 21, it's a key. All right, that to me, and 21 also reduces to 3. So remembering that this is a time of growth and expansion for you, even though it might feel like it's constricting and restrictive, if you move through your healing process and release the stored energy around this Tower moment that happens, it is ultimately going to expand for you in the long run. Okay, remember this 10 of Pentacles, that's expansion. What else have you got? The 21 to me too is also looking at the layers within and seeing which parts need healing. You've got the 13 there, so that's transformation. It's also the Divine Feminine. So being nurturing around what it is that you're transforming right now, because sometimes people can be really hard on themselves when they are going through a transformation process or a death rebirth cycle, dark night of the soul, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it can make it a lot. You need to bring that Divine Feminine nurturing energy in for you, you know, to just love yourself through it, basically. And here you've got 25, so that's trust. Trust in the process of life, where you're at right now and where you're going. Also 225 reduces to 7, and 7 is like bringing the spiritual down and grounding it to earth, like heaven to earth type energy. And I feel like what you've been through in the past is showing you what you don't want in your future, so that gives you more chance to create the relationship that you do want moving forward. Here you've got Cancer. So again, the message to be nurturing. You've got Jupiter. No, sorry, that's Saturn. It's funny how I get those two mixed up sometimes, but yeah, this is a challenging time. There's lots of lessons to be learned here that you would have been taking on board and processing through as you go. But I also feel like this is really much about communication here for you, Virgo, because you've got 3, third house, which is Mercury. So this is a lot to do with communication. I talk about sometimes how Capricorn can be very harsh. It's not the most nurturing sign. It's more about teaching through harsh lessons kind of thing. Yeah, anyway. But I feel like with the Cancer there, it's like making sure, like, because it's like the nurturing voice or the critical voice. So you can either, this is full on, but you can beat yourself up. I mean that like metaphorically, because, you know, sometimes when we're already down, we can hear that critical voice, which is sort of pushing us down even further. And often we've heard that critical voice from someone else. And it could even be if you were in an abusive relationship, you know, this one that where you had the tower moment. And it may not be, but just say if it was, you could be carrying messages that you were given or told on from that to yourself through this process. So this is just a reminder to make sure you're communicating messages of love. Tell yourself the truth about who you are and what you're going through. Do it in a loving way. It's not going to be helpful for you, and it will prolong the healing process if you are abusing yourself through critical talk. I'm going to pull another card here for you because just because that was heavy, you know. So let's bring something loving in for Virgo, please, to wrap up their reading with love. Okay, so you've got intention here. On the bottom, it was unexpected visitor in reverse. I feel like this, it's be intentional with your, where you're setting your sights and your intention on the daily, because that's going to slowly help you transform out of where you are, because you had the number 13, remember, which was about transformation. So be intentional with day-to-day practices, nurture yourself, wish for the best, because like at the start, if we go back to your start cards, Virgo, you know, they were quite closed down. No judgment there, because sometimes our experiences do make us close down on a level until we're ready to open up, until we've done the healing work. So, but I'm just getting with these unexpected visitors too, just to be open like to the small possibility, or the big possibility even, that if you open the door a little bit, some light can come through, some love can come through to you. I feel like this reading is actually for people that are in a darker place or in a really hard place. So yeah, hold on to hope. This 22 is a master number here. Okay. There is good coming in for you. There is partnerships coming in for you. It's just the timing of that, okay? There is joy there. But yeah, just try and open up a little bit. Let the light in a little bit. Come and rest on your heart. You know? And be gentle and kind to yourself if you are moving through grief and releasing that, because it's such huge energetic work. Yeah. So anyway, Virgos, I hope this reading helped or served you in some way. Please take care, look after yourself. And like I said, if this reading wasn't for you, that's okay. Maybe check one of your other placements for a message that may resonate with you more. Okay, guys, take care. Thanks.